I have a question. Has your trauma transformed you into Optimus Prime or Megatron? Yo, welcome back to the Portal. It's your boy Sam, CEO of the Portal, where we travel to the kingdom through art. Got another banger for y'all, man. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a conversation in those comments too. Man, let's get into it. Listen, we all know the Autobots and the Decepticons have been beefing for over 30 years. I got initiated into Transformers lore back in 1996 through Beast Wars, when we thought this was peak CGI. So imagine my disappointment 27 years later when this movie didn't meet the hype.
Woosah something for a second. Woosah.
But that's not the point of this video. Today, I want to teach you something about your trauma through a movie that actually exceeded expectations. Spoiler alert, I'm going to get into some details on the greatly underrated Transformers 1. But if you've seen this movie or have a little bit of biblical knowledge, you may have noticed something. There are a lot of parallels. So if you want to begin healing from your trauma, the first thing you need to do is have hope. In the beginning, Primus used his life to transform into the planet Cybertron and created the first Transformers, the Primes. The matrix of leadership was their power source, keeping the planet flowing with energon. But one day, it suddenly disappeared, forcing Cybertronians to work endlessly and mine for survival. This is where we meet Orion Pax, the one we come to know as Optimus Prime, and his bro, D16, who would eventually become his op, Megatron. Both are exhausted from working slave shifts at their 9 to 5, and both are born with a major defect. They can't transform. They are constantly looked down on and abused by those who can transform. But these two bots responded to their challenges very differently. D16 was skeptical and passive, while Orion Pax was hopeful and, get this, optimistic. Here's where we can relate to these two. We all have seasons where we work somewhere that we don't prefer or even hate. In these moments, it's easy to think about painful experiences of your past and how they are contributing to your present. But you have a choice on how you respond to your trauma. You could be like Optimus or you could be like Megatron. The movie opens up with Orion sneaking away, searching for clues that will lead him to the matrix of leadership. Finding this ultimate power source would change his life and the life of everybody around him. But when he tells his bro about the plan, D16 doubts him. Instead of being optimistic, D16 put his trust in a corrupt system and a shady leader. Sound familiar? Unlike Orion, D16 can't see beyond what's right in front of him. He lacks vision. Instead of learning from Orion, he resented him for daring to think bigger, to have hope, and to take risks. Now here's where things get good. In the same way Orion Pax was searching for the matrix of leadership, you need to seek the Spirit of God. Jesus says in Luke 11, 9 through 10, "So I say to you, ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened to you." Jesus is saying you must have an attitude of persistence when seeking his will. Why? Because of the promise found in verse 13. How much more will your Father in heaven give the Holy Spirit to those who ask? The Holy Spirit is the powerhouse of heaven. He was with the Father in the beginning. He forged the universe that you and I know. He raised Christ from the dead, and now he wants to live inside of you. In the Transformers world, the robots are animated by their spark, but you are animated by the Spirit of God.
What defines a Transformer is not the cog in his chest, but the spark that resides in their core. A spark that gives you the will to make your world better.
And all you have to do is ask for him. And the second step is to transform. On their quest to find the matrix of leadership, Orion and D16 encounter Alpha Trion, one of Cybertron's original leaders. And he reveals a devastating truth, that the current ruler is actually a traitor. Sentinel Prime is the reason why the Primes were destroyed, the reason the planet is enslaved, and the reason why nobody else can transform. And this hits home. Doesn't it suck when you realize the very people who were supposed to guide and protect you are actually the reason for your trauma? When a mentor that you trusted let ego get in the way. When the parent that was supposed to protect you caused the pain that you're still healing from. When the leader, pastor, boss, or friend that you looked up to ended up being the reason for your trauma. That kind of betrayal cuts deep, and it makes you question everything: your faith, your calling, and your self-worth. But here's the truth: what broke you doesn't have to define you. God can still use the pain others cause to transform you. And all you have to do is allow Him to transform your mind. Romans 12:2 reads, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." See, trauma conforms your mind. It traps you into patterns of fear, anger, and self-doubt. But the Spirit transforms your mind. He renews how you think, how you see, and how you respond. Trauma says protect yourself. The Spirit says surrender yourself. Trauma says you'll never change. The Spirit says I make all things new. And that's the difference between D16 and Orion Pax. One let pain control his perspective, the other let purpose reshape it. And the same choice stands before you today. Will you let your trauma conform you, or will you allow the Spirit to transform you? To conform is to live like Megatron, letting pain dictate your purpose. The trauma of being disabled, abused, and misled put his heart on ice. He became so consumed with his past that he couldn't see a better future. Even after the lies were exposed and power was placed in his hands, pride still pulled him down. But to transform is to live like Optimus Prime, driven by faith and fueled by hope for a better tomorrow. The trauma of being disabled, abused, and misled didn't break him, it built him. Instead of letting pain paralyze him, he let it push him to grow, to strive, and to lead. While others pointed to the past, Optimus pointed to the future, not just for himself, but for his entire community. He didn't lead by intimidation. He led with inspiration. And when it looked like it was all over, when his strength was gone and his hope was fading, his humility led him to the divine. In that moment, he met his creator and received power. Power to defeat evil and to empower others. Now go ahead and hit that like button, because you know you ain't never heard a Transformers sermon before. I just want to encourage you, bro. It's not over. Yes, that thing did happen, but it doesn't have to define you. Place your hope in God, and His Spirit will transform you, and it will change the lives of those around you. Yo, thanks again for tuning into the portal. Man, let me know in the comments, how has your trauma transformed you? Are you more like Optimus Prime, or are you more like Megatron? Also, let me know what's your favorite version of the Transformers. I'm going to go with Transformers 2007. Michael Bay turned up and revolutionized the standard of CGI. Alright, y'all, till next time.